doing the top to our island. Well, we're doing the top to the new buyer's island. Again, like I said before, one thing that I've learned about this whole experience is not to procrastinate, and that's what we've done, and causes problems. So I bought this guy from Harbor Freight. It's a Chicago Electric biscuit joiner. I've never used a biscuit joiner before, and I felt like we needed one for this, and so I bought one, and we're hoping that it works. Hoping that it's good enough to do what we need it to do. And we got this from Floor & Decor. It was a 12-foot by 25-foot piece that we cut to length. Bought these again from Harbor Freight. They're the number 20 hardwood biscuits. Again, hopefully they'll work because we've never done it before. So we'll get it figured out, I'm sure. So we were having trouble with the this pipe. The pipe clamp's working. So when I cut these, the only thing I had to cut them with was a 4-wheel cutter. And if you've ever used a 4-wheel cutter, it mushrooms it out. And so the end wouldn't go on the pipe. So I'm just using my little bench grinder here to make it so it's not all mushroomed out. Now that I've got all the packaging open, finally, I'll show you what I got. So these orange ones, which is counterintuitive to the colors of the stores, the orange ones actually come from Lowe's and the red ones come from Home Depot. And without having used either one, thus far, I think I like the Home Depot ones better. I like the rubber or plastic padding, whereas the ones from Lowe's is just it's just the metal and everything like that. But you know, if they both clamp and do what they're supposed to do, great. I'm really glad that we had 8 of these because we only had them on the bottom and it started to kind of do that. So putting the clamps on the top and the clamps on the bottom really does a good job. I'm glad we did that. We're gonna let it sit and make sure that it stays good. All right, so we're gonna get this out of these clamps. It's been here for like 36 hours. We left it clamped up. We were gonna take it out yesterday and we just decided to relax. We're gonna get this thing sanded. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna do it. 40, 60, 80, 120, 180, 240, and 320. I don't know if I'll go through the whole thing. I might just hit it gently with the 40 to knock down. You know, there's like some stuff right here, and then where we joined it, just to kind of knock that down and just go over it once. Just do a once over. So, should always wear a respirator of some sort. Eye protection, ear protection. I've got 2 of the 3. Don't judge me. People used to do this by hand.
Yeah, but I think things mattered more.
What's that?
Things meant more.
That's true. Pretty much done with the 40 grit. But you can see I got a little bit of, there was like some areas where the wood had a little bit of damage in it, you know, from whatever, I don't know what it's from. And they're pretty deep. And there's really no way to that I can sand enough to get that taken care of. And so I've been trying to figure out what I was going to do. So there's that little 3 pieces there. And then over here, there's another one right here. And this one's even deeper. Kind of goes back down in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find, for my sander, I'm going to try to find the bag that goes on there. I'm going to sand a little bit, or sawdust in here, and then I'm going to mix the sawdust with glue, with just my wood glue right there. And I'm going to fill these holes and let it dry and see if that doesn't do it. Just 40 grit, it already feels a lot better than it did. So I'm pretty pleased with with it thus far. Problem I run into is that when we're moving, or since we're moving, I'm having a hard time keeping track of where everything's at. I mean, let's be honest, I had a hard time keeping track of where everything was at before. Now that we're moving, it's just made it that much worse. Alrighty, couldn't find the bag that goes on the sander, naturally, because why would I be able to? We're gonna improvise. So I've got a little scrunchy hair tie thing and a sock. Figure that should work. One of my socks that's been missing its mate. Doesn't have any holes in the toes. With a little rubber band. And the sock should allow enough airflow through it to where it'll won't get all clogged up. So I'm pretty much done with this side. I'm gonna go over it just one more quick time, and then I'm gonna flip the board over and just do the bottom a little bit to get it looking okay. Be able to see why we chose the other side as our top. This one's got quite a bit more damage to it, not character, but you know, stuff that I didn't want to have to deal with. Stuff like this and everything like that. So then also gouges missing, pretty good size knot here. So that's why this is going to be the bottom, which is good. It's fine. Got to have a bottom, got to have a top. If we got anything, how much we got. So I'm gonna take a look real quick and see. I think that ought to be plenty. So I'm gonna move to 80 grit right now. Put pencil marks on the top here, and that's just a good way to know how much you need to sand still. So once all these pencil marks are sanded out, we'll move on to the next grit. Right now I'm at 80 grit, and so I'll move probably to 120 from here, and then go from there. see the line on this side. You can see it basically all the way up. Here's this line right here, and you can see it just disappears. And then same right here, and it just disappears. Decided to get my respirator. Smart thing to do. So I use my respirator for the rest of the sanding that I've got. Ready to put first level or layer of finish on. I'm going to use this Waterlox original sealer finisher. So hopefully it'll look really good, and also hopefully my camera battery lasts. So we're getting ready to put the second layer on, or second coat of sealer on. This is dry. I'm just gonna do a quick sand. It says you don't have to, but I'm going to anyway. It says you can, but you don't have to. So I'm gonna put in just a 320 grit, just a quick, just to knock down any of the raised grain or anything like that. Well, the first coat I use the lamb's wool, which is what they recommend, using lamb's wool or sheep's wool or whatever it is. But it's really expensive, and so I have one and I cut it up, and then it just started coming apart. What I'm gonna do instead is I went and got these foam rollers. I got several of them, and because it also says you could use a foam brush. I'm sorry. It also says you can use a good quality bristled brush or a foam brush. Alright guys, so this is what it looks like. I've got it installed. I didn't get any video, third coat, or the installation. You know, because I'm great at operating a camera. I think it turned out really nice. It feels good, looks good, and I think it's gonna be something that'll be a blessing for a long time to the new owners, provided they like it. It's heavy though. It's a heavy top for sure. I just attached it on the underside in there with a couple little L brackets. It'd be easy to get off if it ever needs to be took off and refinished or replaced or whatever. Literally there's 4 brackets. I put one in every corner, and then there's 2 screws per on the top, and then 2 screws per into the cabinet. So 8 screws, and this top will come off. And I got oversized brackets and put washers on for expansion and contraction. That way it can move a little bit if it needs to. But this is finished product. I like it. I think it looks good, and I'm excited for the new owners to enjoy it. And I also put the outlet in. Having an outlet on the island is something that Jamie's never had. Again, one of those procrastination things. So we've got an island that's finished with a plug that works for a week. Oh well. I've learned not to procrastinate, and I think Jamie's gonna hold me to that. But this is it. Thanks for watching. Give us a like, subscribe, comment, and follow us as our move progresses. We're gonna be out of here in about a week, if you can believe that. So anyway, follow us, and we'll keep giving you updates. That's why you see all the boxes back there. It's pretty crazy.